So like I said, we'll continue with our teacups, and let's see, we'll do the organ massage, right? So we'll start with the teacups and we'll show how it flows back into the organ massage, which we did last time. So I'm gonna stand. You can stand or you can remain seated. Okay, whatever's comfortable for you. I'll get the chair out of the way here. And if you want to hold something and do the teacups with a weight or with a fan or with an object, that's fine too. Okay? So just start off the basic warm-ups of teacups, 2 hands. Right, as you're coming through, especially right here, don't bind yourself. Don't let the joints bind. Just relax and drop the hands and let the hands rotate. Right? You have to rotate and feel the whole shoulder rotating. And just let them swing. And you can feel, I can feel my body as I'm doing this. My body will go back and forth like this. Right? They're responding to the height of my hands, and my hands going back and forth, so my body will naturally feel this back and forth movement, right, coming out. Right? So don't lock your knees, don't lock your hips, right? Don't lock the spine or the shoulders. Just let your body move. Right? It's not a big wild movement. I'm not figure 8ing all over, but just let that gentle movement come out. Just think of it as loosening up the joints. And you're learning your body, right? If it starts to bind, you have to relax and shake it out. And a lot of times, like right here, it's going to bind. So right here, you have to relax and let everything go. And in the top half, you're just kind of throwing your hands up, and then you're following through with the movement. So right about here, you have to learn to really turn, right? Turn from the shoulders, turn the arms, rotate. And I don't know if you can see me, I'm actually turning and turning and turning. There's a little bit of turn. So even though I'm doing two hands, I'm just really allowing my body to rotate today. And it's a nice feeling, all the joints are moving. And then when you're ready, reverse the movement. So I'm going to rise, right, and scoop. The palms can overlap or they can stay more on one side, doesn't really matter. Oh, there she is. I'm getting hungry. What are we going to have for lunch? No, sit down. Sit down. Oh. I call her the queen of distraction. You know, she's Chinese, so earlier on she wanted to be the Empress Dowager. And then there was a joke. She had her niece calling her Auntie Beautiful. I can't remember how that started, but it's Auntie Beautiful. And I don't know, Kristen must have been like 5 or something at the time. Oh, it's Auntie Beautiful. Now she's just the queen of distraction.
That's only your
Oh, she wants to be Empress of all the world now. And then do one side. So this is just a general way to warm up the teacups, right? The 2 hands together and then one side. Okay, and then the other side, so doing one at a time. And letting your body rotate. Just with your mind, imagine your spine turning. Right? It's turning like a spindle, like a washing machine spindle. Okay. This one too, right about here, if you're not careful, if you don't turn and drop your elbow, right, it's going to bind. So during the during this kind of figure 8 or S movement, whatever you want to call it, you can feel where you have to learn to turn and let go. Finish your movement, right? Don't worry about copying my timing exactly. Finish your movement. You always have to experiment and practice by yourself to get comfortable with things. And all the same principles apply. Suspended from above, tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth. Relax the bottom of your feet. And open and relax all the joints. Open and expand. Okay. So when you look at the teacup movements, right, it's this scooping movements, this round scooping, like a scooping a ball, scooping a sphere. Right? So if you're coming out, right, your hands are rounding and scooping something. Right? As you're scooping, right, the shoulders are down, the elbows are down. In other words, a lot of people do this. Right? You'll see them as they do this, the whole arm tends to lift. And these are just habits that we learned through the years, but they become ingrained in us where we don't even think of it. So as you lift the arm, right here, you have to drop the shoulder, drop the elbow, right? Drop the shoulder, drop the elbow. It becomes very conscious movement, right? So the teacups apply, and you can feel that scooping. Sometimes the palm is more rounded, sometimes it's more open. Sometimes we can extend all the way out. So I could extend all the way out, right, and draw it back in. But they're all the same teacup. They're all the same teacups. So, oh, see, I lost her again. Queen of the world distraction. Right, so if we're coming up, right, we're coming up and we're coming out, right? So we're making a nice big motion, right? Come across, so turn your body. So as I turn my waist, it's going to shoot my hand forward. Right? So I turn my waist and then just let it rub my body, right? And turn and turn and turn. So relaxing and allowing your body to turn, and even the feet for now. Let your feet turn and move. Don't lock everything in place. Right? If your feet need to turn, just let them turn. But start rubbing up and coming across your body. Okay? So just to help you to see where this organ massage, this stomach massage comes from. You can see it's still just part of the teacup. So the bottom half to scoop, right? That's obviously the teacup. And we'll do the other side. And out. So just doing the bottom half, or this beginning half right here, shows you just the beginning of that stomach massage. So we're still cutting across meridians. We're affecting lymphatic nerves, cutting a little bit across the psoas muscle over here, right, and turning the waist. So not really stomach massage full blown yet, but if I do the left side, and I could come higher, right? If I come through higher my rib cage, then that's my stomach and spleen, right? So just by changing the height instead of at the hip, and softly, and it's intent. So softly cutting through and rubbing through and letting it sink. Just that nice soft rubbing, right? We're stimulating and catching. And if you're thinking of your tonifying or healing or working on your stomach and spleen, and you send in your intent here, then they'll amplify the effect, the healing effect. Right? So same thing with your right side liver, gallbladder. So I could come through high, Right? So if you're having issues with liver gallbladder, or you know somebody who is, right? You could teach them the teacups and just teach them high, and remind them that it doesn't have to be here, right? It can be any height from here, but you can see how changing the position, right, focuses on different organs, different parts of the body. And if you got an acupuncture chart and you looked at the meridians running through the body, you could see what you're cutting across and what points you're affecting, as you do this. And then don't forget, as you're rubbing through, you're not just rubbing the rib cage, but you're rubbing the arm. So the arm has points, right? Has our 5 elements and has our points. So there's a lot of things going on. Right? And then we can modify, right? So this coming up, right? Rubbing against the body. And then same thing coming back, right? If we come back, as you come across, rub against the body, right? So it could just be the forearms gently, but it's the same thing, right? I'm on my right side, so I can come through my kidneys and have that intent that I'm massaging, I'm sorry, my liver, right? That I'm working on my liver, I'm strengthening it, I'm cleaning and flushing it out, I'm stimulating my liver so it works properly. Drop it a little lower, I'm working on my gallbladder. Right? Drop it a little lower, I'm cutting through my hip and the lymphatic nerves and psoas muscle and the groin muscles. And the whole time I'm turning, right? I'm loosening up my joints. Okay? And same thing on the other side. So just a gentle press, not too hard, not enough to make your shoulders tired. Right? And then just changing the height. When I learned Qigong, I remember I would ask the teachers, like, sometimes we're just holding form, and I'd say, why this height? Why this position? And real traditional teachers, because that's what we do. Took years before somebody said, chakra. And then I started to, you're holding it here because it aligns with certain things. And that's a simple little bit of knowledge, so that I could go to chakra charts and realize, I could see it, and then expand it to meridian charts and acupuncture charts, and you can see where it is, and then you have a reason for that height. Right? There's multiple reasons, but these are the energetic Qigong reasons for it. Okay? All right. So that's the beginnings. Right? So if we take this movement, right, instead of coming here, you take this movement and we make it round. Right? It's still the teacups. It's not the full teacup drill exercise movement, but that first part is the teacups. Right? This becomes application of teacups, so rounding. Right? So if you go back and, right, we're playing with the ball, right? You're scooping the ball and turning it over, right? Scooping the ball and turning it over, scooping the ball, turning it over. This is your stomach. No, this is the organ. And turning, I can sink a little bit, round, and then when I come up, one of the first things I can do is just let the whole arm just gently, right, massage. So you could really just use from the wrist, between the wrist and the elbow, right, the forearm. Right? I could just massage from there, right, 2 sides. And that's comfortable because this is all, right? As you get closer to the elbow, right, you have more leverage. If you tuck the elbow in, it'll press. And you don't have to press hard. Just a gentle press. And as I'm doing this, I want to think of my shoulder blades. Move from my shoulder blades. So turn and start really involving my shoulder blades. Just tucking my elbow in. Right? Oh, you're back. Thank you.
I've been doing it for like 3 minutes now.
Careful, we have video.
I was. They could see.
Yeah. So as you're doing this, feel your shoulder blades moving. Do the movements with your shoulder blades. Right? Knees are bent. The whole body can move. Okay? And then I want to catch the top half. So right now I'm just kind of catching the bottom. So I want to come up. And then I want to drag, right? I want to press. So as I'm coming up here, I'm going to press a little bit more. And start using the heel of your palm. Right? So if you use the heel of your palm, you get a little bit different force. And I can kind of press down, right? I can push down. And that's where you can see it turning and merging into a lomi. Right? Yeah. So as you experiment, right, you have the whole ridge, right, from the fingertip all the way down to here. Right? Anywhere in between, it could be more palm, it could be more the heel of the palm, the pisiform. It could just be more of the forearm, right? But drop your arm, drop your shoulders, tuck it in, relax all the joints, let it turn, let it experiment with as much movement and going in both ways. Oh, it's so hot over here now. I can't go too as hard on this side because that's where my microphones are. On the bottom I can. But on my right side I don't have any wires and things hidden underneath, so I can really scoop. Or I can go all the way across, just turn, right? And I can use my whole palm, right? I could just gently rub my whole palm. So you just have to experiment, right, with what's comfortable and what's possible. So the front is easy, right? You're just making these circles, focusing where you want, using part of your arm, the whole arm from elbow. And then what about kidneys, right? So kidneys, we look back at the teacup as we turn. So as I turn, the hand rotates out. And then it just has to rub, right? It's going to come across the kidneys and circle down and then out. So with the kidneys, it's the same thing. It could just be that open palm and running, kind of curling like this. Or I could close it a little bit more, make a loose fist. And if you make a loose fist, you can feel how you can use the back of the hands, the knuckles. So I could come here and then just really press, drop my shoulder and just press. And I'm ending up with here, where I could just massage and come through. And always the breath work, right? The gathering and the flushing of air, of clean energy, and expunging, expelling all that stress and dirt. Right? So I don't have the data to back up this, but if you're dealing, or you know somebody dealing with diabetes, right? Diabetes affects the kidneys, right? So kidney massage gotta be important, right? And kidneys and liver always go together, right? Every time, you know, they'll say, oh, kidney problems when something bad happens, oh, kidney, liver. Oh, liver problems, something bad happens, oh, the liver starts going out too, right? They're really intertwined and related to each other. So, right, if I wanted to, I could come up to my liver, right, and then go all the way down to the kidney. Right? Just really turning and turning. The more I turn, then the easier it is for this hand to go behind. Just naturally will shoot behind as I turn. If I don't turn, then I have to like just move that arm by itself, and not as easy. But if I turn my waist, then I'm just folding into my arm. Okay, so if I turn sideways, right, I could come through, catch my kidneys. I could come back, catch my stomach, and rubbing around the liver. So you can modify the movement to whatever you feel you want. Or I could do 1, I could do 2, and I could do 3. Right? So you just have to relax. One arm gets tired, or go to the other side. Yes, I could do kidneys, stomach, from there. So I could do organ massage, then the kidneys, and then come up to the stomach, right? So it's just that circular. So this is an application, right? We're doing a healing application of teacups. And you just have to experiment with what's possible, right? If I do 2 sides, right? You know how people do this, right? Stimulating, or you're rubbing. You think you're rubbing your lower back, right? It's tired, but you can see this is kidneys. So you have to relax the kidneys. But instead of just doing this random, right? You realize, oh, it's a teacup exercise, right? If I turn one way, right? The hands will naturally go back, right? So this is all teacups. So if you have time, right, you always practice the full teacups, right? So you understand what the teacup movement is, and then just relax and change the height. Make sure you turn. Just experiment. So I was talking to somebody, and we're talking about things we used to do in class, and classes I'm no longer there, and they're there, and they said, the new guys teaching are like, why are you doing it that way? I told them, oh, just say you learned from me, and I said, but their answer was, we don't do it that way. Why, right? Why? So always ask why and experiment, and you discover things, right? That's how you discover. Okay. Right, so just loosen up. Just shake your arms. You can either just swing, or you can just loosen up with some loose teacups, right? Turning and turning, but just loosen up the arms. Yeah, as you do it and you're not focusing, the shoulders can get really tight, right? You start hyper focusing on maybe only your palms, and you don't realize they're getting tight. So just loosen everything up, and we will end class for today. I'll bring my chair back. So maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and we'll start moving back into the silk reeling exercises. I want to go back to these exercises, but maybe 1 more week of teacups. Yeah, and we'll do it. Maybe we'll do. Maybe we'll end up doing that drill again, right? We'll end with that. Hey, sit or stand comfortably. Let's just get our body nice aligned again. Head lightly suspended, not too much, right? Feet falling into the earth. Relax all the joints. Allow the breathing to sink into the lower belly, the lower dantian. Relax the chest. Just rest your hands on your lap. Just feel that breathing. Let your body breathe by itself, expanding and contracting. Gently keep your knees pointed forward, letting go of all the tension in your body.
Randy, there's no vibration.
Nothing? Nothing? Okay. I'm going to have to experiment and figure that out. I don't know what setting changed. Yeah. From there.
Okay, just as long as you know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to be like Art and have 20 minutes thinking, oh. I feel so bad for him. I know what that feels like. All right, just rest your hands. Yeah. Just gently close your eyes. So imagine the top of your head connected way up in the sky. So imagine a white cloud, clean, pure, slowly spiraling down through the top of your head. Gently spirals down through the center, spiraling through your spinal column, sinking down into your lower dantian. From the earth, imagine there's another spiral of energy coming up through the earth. Spiraling up and meeting that spiral from above. So from your dantian, there's two spirals joined in the center, gently spiraling, gently connecting your whole body open to all the energy of the universe. From the earth chi, the chi above you, extending in every direction. Up and down is just a concept. There really is no up and down. Remember, we're all just floating in space. Extend your mind above your head and expand your vision outwards. Relaxing your breathing, letting go of all tension. Imagine your eyes are above your head, extending its vision from out of your body in every direction. Let go of all the tension in your body while doing this. You slowly bring your mind back to your lower dantian. Slowly relax your body. Slowly letting go of all those thoughts. Gently opening your eyes when you're ready. Slowly allowing the light to re-enter your body. Bring your feet back in and rub your hands together when you're ready. Moving your feet around. Move your whole body, wiggle a little. Wiggle, wiggle. Warm up your eyes gently. And gently comb your scalp with your fingertips, center to outside, front to back, about 3 times. Okay, unroll your ears, slowly pull them up. Trying to get as many spots in your earlobes as possible and working your way down. You tap the back of your neck, up and down, from the base to all those 7 vertebrae. And drop your shoulders and elbows and gently pull those muscles away from your neck. Turning your head, moving your head up and down, side to side. Just walking your fingers up and down. Drop your elbows, drop your shoulders. Yeah, gently bring your hand across over your head. Gently pull it to one side. And keep your spine straight and relax your neck. Yeah, just using my fingertips. And then slowly do the other side. Relax the neck. Relax the shoulders. And go back one more time. You can put the other hand right on your neck if you want to warm up these large muscles while you're doing this. And just imagine that palm warming up those muscles and allowing those muscles to expand and stretch a little bit more, right? And then switch sides. After we do all this Qigong, your palms are so warm, they're so full of energy. It's a nice time to do all of these things and take advantage of that. All right. Do the slapping of your arms, gentle slapping, all four sides. Right, 1 to 3 sets. Working from the shoulder to the fingertips and 2 sides. So sometimes we do when you do all this organ stuff, all this organ massage, you might feel really warm at the end. You feel really hot and heated up, especially throughout the exercise. And what's happening is, organs are really muscle tissue. Yeah, they're all cells and such, so they can get tight too. And if you're getting hot, if you're just focused on the liver or the kidney or the stomach and you're getting really warm and hot, some of it is just circulation of the blood, right? So you get that on the surface. But as the organs start relaxing, all that tension, it takes a lot of energy to hold tension. So as muscles relax, all that energy is being released. So it gets released as heat. And sometimes you do this and you just get really hot and warm, and that's actually a good sign because all of that is being released. Sometimes if you feel like, oh, it's just hot and sticky, like humid, take a shower afterwards or wash. Or if some of you like to use aromatherapy or use incense, that's the time where you burn the sage, burn the pine resin, just and it kind of cleans all that out. But the simplest is, if you feel hot and sticky, just take a bath or just clean and wash afterwards. Yeah, it's an interesting sensation. Okay, end of class, your right hand, left hand. So we'll end with the greeting. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice week. We'll see some of you tomorrow. I'm back at the center tomorrow. We still have